Hello guys, it's Taymus. I hope you all are having a good... What else today? Tuesday. I hope you all are having a good Tuesday. A lot has happened since my last vlog to you guys. First, my birthday happened. Woohoo, I am 23 now. Second, some major life stuff happened. I will get to that later in the video because there's other fun stuff I'd like to cover first. And that topic's probably going to take... maybe not as long as I'm thinking, but it's going to take a couple minutes to talk through. 3, fish tank. 4, cabinets. I'll go ahead and start with the cabinets, actually, and then we'll move on to the fish. So, kitchen cabinets, but kitchen. We got all of the top ones taken down. We're going to take that pit down in a few more weeks when the install people are actually ready to come and install shit. But that ain't all. Here are the other cabinets. There is a lot of them. I will get to that momentarily. So, soon we will finally have a kitchen again. The install people are going to come May 9th to inspect the cabinets to make sure they're all good to go. Which, by the way, I don't know who these install people are, but they did not contact my dad until like the day after all the cabinets got here, and both he and Lowe's were like calling and emailing the shit out of them to try and figure out what the hell is gonna happen with the install and things like that. So that's the current set with the kitchen and the cabinets. So yeah, we got all the rest of them pulled down. All of the new ones that had to be custom made are now here. The install people should hopefully install them within the next month or so, and then we can get the cabinet people to come out and then the plumbing people to come out and reconnect everything. My dad could reconnect everything, but my dad hates plumbing. I can't even say with a passion. It was just absolute hatred. He doesn't like plumbing. I'm going to get to this now. So I set this up yesterday. We're transitioning into the fish part of the video. It's my old lid. I got a new light. I will show you shortly. But yeah, look at all that green. I gotta pop these off. But this bad boy is going to be my quarantine tank / hospital tank for when I get new fish. I got a tiny little 100-watt heater back there. I know it's kind of overkill, but all Walmart had was the 100 and the 200. Didn't need the 200. It was also too big for this. And yeah. So, this was a little filter I got from Goodwill. It's a Aqueon, like, 5 to 10, or like a 5-gallon internal filter. It actually doesn't even have a carbon filter in there. I tried to get one yesterday, but I ended up getting one that was too big. So, plus the quarantine / hospital tank, when you're doing treatments and stuff, a lot of them say remove your active carbon so it doesn't like filter out the medicine and make it all worthless. But yeah, so I got a couple things in there. I took about 1.5 cups of water from my current tank and I put it in here to kind of jumpstart it. And I got a pack of 3 fake stem plant things. And those are currently in my main tank as well. I'm going to leave them in there, and then next week I'll transfer them in here so they can grow all the good bacteria on them, and then I can plop them in here, and this will be good for fish. So that's just kind of here. I'm letting it kind of do its thing. I know this doesn't really do much, but I figured a little less water evaporation. That's the lid for it here. Eventually I want to actually pop the LEDs out and then do like the, the command hook double-sided stick backs and then stick them onto the lid here. But we'll get to that. I went and I took an empty milk gallon and did one by one, marking for each. I went up to 6 gallons, even though I'm going to keep it at 5, since most measurement stuff is either in 5 or 10 gallon or even 20 gallon increments. So it'll make it a lot easier to actually properly dose for medicines and stuff. Onward to main tank. My pizza is almost done reheating. This is the current state of the main tank. So I got a glass top and I got a planted light. This is I know it's upside down, but it's a Higer. I don't know what the hell the model is, but it's the one that has this this little inline command or control. It's hard to tell, but there's the numbers below it for like the on for the day cycle and the on for the night cycle. I was seeing a lot of reviews saying that the instructions were confusing. I honestly just followed what it said and had little to no issue. So, I don't know. Not saying those people couldn't read directions, but maybe, I don't know, maybe their native language wasn't English, or some of the phrasing just wasn't easy to extrapolate what they meant. Point is, I didn't have much problems. I thought it was fine. So, got dwarf aquarium lily that kind of exploded. It's got, God, I don't even know how many lilies now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think that's 8 there. 9, 10, 11, 12 coming up. Jesus, I need to start trimming that. There's 3 rummy nose tetras in there, which you can kind of see, and 3 coolie loaches. Actually, I think there's one the biggest coolie loach is right there. Let me come over here so you guys can see him a little bit better. That's him right there. That's the biggest one. I have 3. The other 2 are small guys and they're hiding. This is one of the fake plants. The big glowing one in the middle is a fake plant, and that purpley one in the back is a fake plant. So those are not going to normally stay in here. It looks a little weird. Especially the pink one, it looks very bright. Yeah, I got some more Anubiuses, and if you can see in the back, the glare's kind of really strong, but I got suction cups from Dollar Tree. I know that one's not looking too good. That's the same thing is happening to that Anubius that happened to, you can't even see it because of the leaf, but what happened to that one, you can see it's just kind of like the roots are all dead and it lost leaves. In the same manner, I don't know what is causing that, what deficiency it has, or maybe it doesn't like the water. I don't know. But, yeah, I got these little suction cups from Dollar Tree and some gel super glue and just glued them on and stuck them on the side there. I wanted to have something a little more up top to try and get the fish to feel more comfortable to kind of swim in mid-water, but it doesn't seem to do much but look nice. But, I like them. Yeah. I propagated these guys a couple weeks ago. I think I did 2 or 3 of them. I like this one up at the top has got 3 shoots coming out. I think that's pretty cool. But yeah, the reason why I set up the quarantine tank is it is general recommendation that when you get new fish, you set up a temporary / smaller tank. It doesn't have to be the same size. So you can dose less quantity of medicine that may be expensive if you're getting a special or a known good brand or good kind. And 2, so that way if they are sick, they don't get the rest of the shit in your main tank sick. For my birthday, my dad bought me 4 more Rummy Nose Tetras. As you tell from what I said earlier, only my original 3 I got from my friend are still alive in here. I've diagnosed it as flukes, slash aka flatworms. They're apparently parasites that get up under the gills and like latch on, and so it's irritating. I have some of the symptoms were flashing, which is when they dart really fast around the tank. I noticed that was a weird behavior, but I thought they just randomly became skittish of me. Turns out that's not what that is. They stopped eating. They hardly ate for like a week. And so they were getting really, really thin. And it's kind of hard to tell with the rummy noses because when they're happy, they have a red nose. But I think I can kind of start to see the difference between the red of their nose and like the red around where I believe their gills are. It looks a little different, and I think that's from the irritation. But it basically also causes breathing issues. So, sadly, my 4 birthday fish have died, and I don't want that to happen again. So I set up my little quarantine bin yesterday. I ran it to Walmart, and I got a couple of the things that I needed. So, yeah. That is the current state of that. I am medicating them. I put in their second dose Sunday of the Prezi Pro for internal parasites, including flatworms. I know it's tiny and my phone can't focus that up close, but it says it, I promise. I have since then also gotten some general cure stuff. I haven't used any of this yet. I have definitely been making sure to read stuff for invertebrates and snails, since I have, the 3 coolie loaches, which are invertebrates, and a shit ton of ram's horn snails. Yeah, they bred. They bred a lot. Maybe that's a good shot right there. Yeah, all of those are snails. All those little things are snails. That's just one spot of the tank. They're all over this main piece of wood. It's crazy. It's nuts. But they're doing a little bit better. They're eating. They're not flashing as much. They'll do it occasionally when they get up along to the glass. I have not seen them scratching at all, where they're like rubbing up against objects in the tank to like, I guess, itch or scratch the irritation. But they look like they're doing better. I don't think I'm going to lose any of the original 3, which I'm happy about. I really don't want to accidentally kill or lose my friend's fish that he gave to me, even though I am really bummed about the other 4 dying. But, yes. Alright, so we covered cabinets, we covered fish. I feel like there's another thing. But, you may have noticed, there's not a big chocolate lab in the house right now. Don't worry, he didn't die. Nothing bad happened. He's good, he's fine. Although I did hear that he was taken to the vet, and soon he's going to have surgery because they think they found a cancerous growth on his eyelid, or like under his eyelid. So, but it sounds like it was caught early. Other than that, he's fine. He should be okay. He's getting surgery like in the next week or so. But you may know, or have known, that my dad has had a girlfriend for a very long time. I've known her since I was 4. I think the math gave me 4. So 18 years. About 2 months ago now, on a Friday, the week that her mom came down to visit, she ended up packing up her stuff and leaving while my dad was at work. Yep. She didn't say anything. My dad got a little camera to put up here to watch Tank while everyone was gone. it was brought down because we used to have a thing here. Melissa took that with her, and it was pointed towards the wall. But it still has audio. So my dad, because he left early that day for a doctor's appointment, opened it up because he saw that Melissa was home. Life 360 app, so you know it tracks people's phone. And he could hear all the hustle and bustle. And I guess she left a handwritten note. But yeah, she pieced out. Her mom came down to visit, and this had been planned for at least 2 or 3 weeks. And her mom helped her pack up and move out without saying anything while my dad was at work. She took Tank with her. She took the bird with her. And she took half of what was in the shared bank account, which was mostly Dad's money / the insurance money, because he makes more than her and has literally been paying for most of everything by himself. She left the rat that we caught. And yeah. So that's why Tank is gone. That's part of the reason why I have not vlogged for a while. Because right when I was going to vlog, my dad calls me at work and he's like, "Hey, she moved out." And I was like, "Nani?" So, yeah. 18 years. Bye-bye. Yep. I'm not broken up about it, honestly. It didn't bother Dad too much either. Honestly, that relationship has been over for a few years now. We were both... My dad was going through the, like, not denial. He was going through, I guess, those standard, like, breakup grief steps, but with Tank, because Tank was my dad's dog. Like, they had a ritual. He would come home, put his stuff away, take his shoes off, he'd scoot over the ottoman / coffee table, he'd sit down, and he would play tug of war with him every night. Like, it was one of their things. And so he was more broken up about the fact that she had taken Tank than about the fact that she was gone. But he was also very upset, he was also very upset about the manner in which she did it. Not cool. Not cool. So, we tried to get a couple new dogs, not at the same time. We initially got a Siberian Husky named Archie. He's about 1.5 years old. A little too energetic for him. He kept wanting... He wasn't getting the hint of little old dog don't want to play with you. But he really wanted to play with him. And so he would kind of paw at him and... he would not bite at him, but, play nips, things like that. And because Priest is so small, Archie was about... This is a horrible angle for telling size, but, he was about up to here-ish. So it's like, bigger dog. So, we only had him for about a night, and then my dad had to take him back the next day, because we were just... Huskies have a lot of energy, and we couldn't really just leave him alone, but we also couldn't really just put him in the old kennel that Tank would sleep in. So a week later, we went down and got a dog from a shelter. They had named her Nova. We had renamed her to Anara. She was a Siberian Husky / Pit Bull mix. She had the eyes of a husky and the ears of a husky, but she had the color palette and the face of a pit bull. They were two very prominent, features of dog, you could tell. And she was very sweet. She was a very good dog. We had her for about 3 days. Unfortunately, though, Dad did end up taking her back to the shelter. It was a no-kill shelter, so she was originally a stray, and so she had some food aggression, but not towards us, towards other dogs. I fed Priest first the following morning after we got her to show this is the pecking order. I could tell that she was gonna be aggressive because she wanted the food. So before she could really do anything, granted she started barking and like kind of growling at him, I grabbed her and I put her outside. I let him finish. She didn't like the food that we had. She liked the dry food we were giving him. So once he was done, I came in, picked it all up, let her back in, was switching out her food. And she had made the mental connection that the food was gone and that Priest was the one who ate it. And so even after there was that physical disconnect, or that physical separation, and the object of focus, I guess, the food, had been removed, I was over here getting her food ready. She was standing behind me, and Priest was just kind of wandering around in the kitchen, looping around. And, like, she didn't go after him immediately. But she, like, assessed the situation, and then when Priest got closer, I was watching, and she ended up standing over him, and she went and attacked him. Thank God she didn't draw any blood. That was a very stressful half an hour, because it took me like 10 minutes to get her pride off of him. She had gone a hold of the back of his neck. Thank God that dog has a lot of fur, because all she got was fur, but she had a death grip on him. And I ended up having to straddle her, because she kept wanting to pull and like thrash him around. And so I was trying to keep her still while I tried to pry her jaw open, and for the love of God, I could not do it. Eventually, though, I got lucky. Her grip loosened just enough. I was able to slip him out of her mouth, and then she ended up jumping at his tail. But at that point, I was able to kind of swing her off of him, and then I locked me and Priest in the bathroom for like 15 minutes. Maybe not that long, but 10, 15 minutes to make sure he was okay. That I didn't have to make it like an emergency trip to the vet. But he was okay, so at that point we had to keep them separated. Whenever we fed him, we fed her at the same time, but she was on a harness and a leash. And she wasn't gonna let it go. And she has very severe separation anxiety. She hopped over the baby gate. She figured out how to get out of the kennel. She popped the bottom lock out and squeezed out like a freaking cat trying to get into something it really doesn't fit in. She figured out how to break through the little foam insulation that we had over the broken doggy door to get outside. And then when I put her outside to bring Priest back in one day from going to the store, she was trying to break back in. It was... Neither of us had the time to truly devote to her to try and train and like break those issues. So unfortunately, she had to go back. So yeah, that was a rough week. We have not tried again since. I think Dad got the memo that I was not okay with getting another dog that could potentially kill him until he just naturally goes on his own. So yeah. I don't know where to go from the end of that story. But point is, everyone's okay. Everyone's fine. It looks like Inara got adopted by another family. So she's good. Fish are doing better than they were. They're no longer dying off, thank God. Got a quarantine tank. Melissa's gone. Dad's been dating, so that's been interesting. So yeah, those have been the main life events. Cabinets soon. Yeah, that was honestly about all I got. I want to start streaming again. So I think I might do that later today after I eat lunch. Now that my pizza is cooling down. So that have been the main events of my life up until this point. How long is this video? 25. Okay. I knew this was gonna be long. I didn't think it was gonna be that long. But yeah, that's all I got. I'm gonna go eat my food now, since that's been waiting for me. Thank you guys for watching. I hope your guys' last couple months have been a little bit better than mine, although it hasn't been too terrible. But yeah, thanks for watching. I'll try to do more video stuff and streaming soon. I've been working out a few things and kind of long-term planning other things. So, yeah. Hey, Priestley, do you want to do the outro? Priestley! Priestley! Have a good time doing whatever it is you're doing, whenever it is you're doing it. Woof, woof. Woof, woof. Bye.